Have you ever wondered if the universe itself might be subtly alive, or if consciousness is not just limited to brains, but an intrinsic part of all reality? This profound question leads us to explore fascinating metaphysical theories of mind, each offering a unique perspective on the nature of our awareness. Yes, Panpsychism significantly differs from other major metaphysical theories of mind by proposing that consciousness, or proto-consciousness, is a fundamental and ubiquitous property of the universe, rather than an emergent phenomenon arising only from complex biological structures. Instead of consciousness appearing at a certain level of organizational complexity, Panpsychism suggests it is always present, even in the simplest forms of matter. The core distinction lies in Panpsychism's assertion that consciousness is foundational, meaning it is not derived from or dependent on non-conscious matter. This contrasts sharply with physicalism or materialism, which posit that mind is purely an emergent product of complex physical systems like brains. It also differs from dualism, which separates mind and body into two distinct substances, but still typically confines consciousness to higher organisms. Furthermore, Panpsychism stands apart from idealism, which suggests that reality is entirely mental, by still acknowledging a physical world, but one permeated by consciousness. To understand these differences, consider where each theory places the origin and nature of consciousness. Physicalism would argue that consciousness is what brains do. Dualism would say consciousness is a separate, non-physical substance interacting with the brain. Idealism might suggest that the brain itself is a mental construct. Panpsychism, however, posits that even the elementary particles making up the brain, and indeed everything else, possess some rudimentary form of consciousness or experiential quality, which then integrates into our complex subjective experiences. This perspective offers an intriguing way to address what philosophers call the hard problem of consciousness, which is the challenge of explaining why and how physical processes give rise to subjective experience. Panpsychism attempts to dissolve this problem by saying that subjective experience is already a basic property of reality, rather than something that suddenly appears. It suggests that our consciousness is a highly complex organization of these simpler, fundamental conscious elements, existing throughout the cosmos. Ultimately, understanding Panpsychism and its variations enriches our grasp of the profound questions surrounding consciousness and reality. It encourages us to reevaluate our assumptions about the mind and matter, offering a framework where consciousness is not an anomaly, but an inherent feature woven into the very fabric of existence, pushing the boundaries of traditional philosophical thought.